Hello and welcome back to practical number 19 of the subject Applied Electronics. Myself Sanjit Kumar Singh, lecturer in Electronics and Telecommunication Department at Praveen Patil Polytechnic, Bhender. So this is practical of RC phase shift oscillator to generate a sine wave using C amplifier and the RC feedback network. 3 sections of RC feedback network has been used. So it is a linear electronic circuit that produces a sine wave output. It consists of transistor with its output fed back to its input through a phase shift network. So this is the phase shift network consisting of 3 capacitors, RC network. Of the capacitors and the resistors in a ladder network, and it is used for generating signals over a wide frequency range. So the competency after performing this practical expected as per industry identified competency is to use discrete electronic devices and voltage regulators. Course outcome is to use BJT as waveform generator for generating the sine wave here, and practical outcome expected is to build RC phase shift oscillator and measure the generated frequency using CRO. So minimum theoretical background that is required is that we know that an oscillator is an electronic circuit used for generating oscillations with a DC biasing. So there is no any input signal, sine wave input signal to the base of the transistor, but only this DC biasing of 12 volt here given, VCC plus 12 volt. The frequency of the generated signal is decided by the RC component, by the circuit element. This is the main circuit element, and oscillation requires an amplifier. So here we are making use of the C amplifier and frequency selective network. This is RC network is the frequency selective network and is also serving as the feedback network as positive feedback from the output to the input. So it is giving positive feedback. Why positive feedback? Because the C configuration is producing 180 degree phase shift with respect to the base, and each section here of RC network is producing a phase shift of 60 degrees. So 60 degree here, this is phase shifted by 60 degree, another 60 degree means 120 degree, and third stage will be 180 degree. So 60 degree, total 180 degree phase shift is done by the phase shift network or the feedback network. So as per Barkasian criteria for sustained oscillation, gain of the amplifier multiplied with the beta should be equal to 1. So gain of amplifier multiplied with beta, the feedback factor, is equal to 1. And a phase shift oscillator is a linear electronic oscillator that produces a sine wave output. So this satisfies when the total phase shift, if we observe 180 degree provided by the C configuration, C amplifier, and another 180 degree by the 3 stages of the RC phase shift network. So total phase shift is 360 degree, that is equal to 0 degree. So that satisfies the Barkasian criteria for sustained oscillation. Generally the gain is kept slightly, this product is kept slightly greater than, so that it compensates for the losses in the feedback network. The output will be something like this, the waveform, sine wave waveform, where we will be observing the amplitude of the peak output voltage, and will note down the time period for one cycle, so that we can calculate the frequency of the generated sine wave. Now we can see the components here. We are making use of BC547 as the main transistor for the amplification, and R1 is of 68 kilo ohm and R2 of 12 kilo ohm. These two are the biasing resistors, potential divider method, and RC is 3.9 kilo ohm. Down here we have the emitter resistance of 1 kilo ohm, and bypassing that emitter resistor is a 100 microfarad capacitor, and the capacitance we have used in the RC network is 0.1 microfarad each, and resistors of 10 kilo ohm. And final output will be observed, or sine wave oscillator output will be observed at this point. So this is the table of the required components. Here we have made use of the transistor BC547. So we can calculate the theoretical as well as practical oscillating frequency. For practical oscillation frequency, we are noting down the time period for one cycle, and also we are noting down the amplitude of the output signal. So amplitude we have noted 0.85 volt peak to peak, that is half of that will be the amplitude. So 1.7 into 0.5 on a CRO we are getting, and time period is 13.5 millisecond is the time period for one cycle. So putting the value time period, taking the reciprocal of time period, inverse of time period, we get the frequency as 74 Hertz. Now the theoretical frequency is calculated as the formula 1/2 pi RC times root 6. So substituting the value of R as 10 into 10 raised to 3, and capacitance as 0.1 microfarad. So this gives the oscillating frequency as 65 Hertz. Now the difference between the theoretical and the practical is due to the resistance and the capacitance. Here we have used the 10 kilo ohm. It may not be offering the exact 10 kilo ohm, and the capacitance similarly may not be exactly 0.1. So that causes the difference between the theoretical and the practical oscillating frequency, and results are noted down. Now this circuit has been implemented here on the breadboard. So this is the BC547, this is R1, R2, then this is RC, RE, bypass capacitor CE of 100 microfarad. Then here we have 3 RC network, first capacitor, then resistor, second capacitor, then resistor 2, and third capacitor, and resistor third is connected back to the base of the transistor. So I have connected this third resistor to the base of the transistor here, and VCC provided is 12 volt, and here is the output. So we can observe that the peak value is 1.7 into volts per division is at 5 volt. This we are observing on the second channel. So this is 0.5 volt. So 1.7 into 0.5 volt is 0.85 volt peak to peak. Half of that we can take amplitude, and similarly for taking the time period, we can start with the negative peak. So starting with the negative peak, here it is near about 2.6 per 7 into time per division is at 5 millisecond. So 2.7 into 5 millisecond, 2.7 into 5 millisecond is the time period for one cycle. So that comes 13.5 millisecond, and putting that value 13.5 millisecond in the practical, this is 13.5 millisecond or 0.0135 second gives the 74 Hertz output frequency of the sine wave generated. So if we are changing the VCC supply, then we have to observe the effect. If we are changing the reducing the voltage, so there is reduction in the output, and if we increase the VCC, the output increases too. So that is the effect we are observing, and we can calculate from the output frequency. If capacitor is given, we can calculate the resistor value or one of the component values when the output frequency is known or can be observed. So that's it. Thank you very much.